Hi, this is Steve from yourcreativelife.com talking today about showrunner feuds. What happens when your showrunners are fighting? This is all part of the Writer's Room Weirdness series. And today we're going to talk about what do you do? How does that work? I've definitely been in writers' rooms, and I'm sure many people have. You might be, if you've experienced this too out there in the world. What do you do when the bosses are fighting? It's a little bit like your parents not getting along in some ways. And that can be really awkward and really challenging for any writer on any writer staff anywhere. So here's the deal. All sorts of things happen with these people who are running shows. Either, they get paired together, but they don't really get along, or a new person comes in, or an old person leaves, or somebody quits, or somebody's let go. All sorts of things can happen. And the trick is when your showrunners are feuding and fighting, and they're clearly up the food chain from you, the opportunity for you is not to engage in the fight. Never take sides, because that's never going to turn out well. The opportunity really is just to stay in the purity of the storytelling, to really continue to row the boat ahead and stay out of any disagreements, stay out of any sort of particular kinds of people snapping at each other sort of spaces, but just stay clearly onto the story. Keep communication open with both people if there's more than one person. If there's a brand new person who comes into a show, bring your open-hearted self, bring your writerly self, your creative collaborative self to that person to help them move the show along, and just stay in the space of the work. Don't engage. Don't, if there's something where there are sides to take, just stay silent. Just stay in the space of neutrality in order to preserve yourself and your work. Because the bottom line is, when you have these two people who are higher up the food chain than you and they're not getting along, it does you no good to jump on one bandwagon or the other, because you never know really how things are going to end up. And you don't want to hurt yourself for career advancement down the line. Let's say these two showrunners who aren't getting along here, they both get along with you, they both end up having shows down the line in the future that you could work on. You certainly don't want to make any enemies, and you certainly don't want to make somebody else's fight or somebody else's feud yours, because bottom line is, it isn't. It doesn't need to involve you. So keep your head calm, keep yourself grounded. If you need to meditate or journal or talk to somebody, or even engage in therapy or some other support, you can find support perhaps from some of the other writers on the show, if that's the way you want to go, or a mentor from the past. But you really don't want to get in the middle of anything. You really don't want to speak to the notion of liking this person, not liking that person, agreeing with this person and not agreeing with that person. You just want to stay in the space of doing your work, keeping your head down, being collaborative and gentle and generous and loving as you always are, and just stay the course. That's the way to survive that kind of showrunner feud. Thanks for watching. There are plenty of other videos in this Writer's Room Weirdness series that you could see in this particular playlist, and I hope you enjoy them all. Definitely subscribe to this channel if you dig it, because I post brand new videos every single week. And go to yourcreativelife.com, where you can find out soup to nuts how I can help you as a writer up your writing career and writing game, no matter what's going on out in the industry. Keep yourself focused, genuine, open, and doing your creative work, which is why you're here on the planet anyway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.